Hey y'all, Chef IrixGuy here, back again with another live stream. Now this live stream is going to be a little bit different. I'm actually going to be smoking some chicken wings and some chicken wingettes and some chicken drumettes. Now, after this live stream, I'm going to post the preparation that I did for the chicken wingettes and drumettes. But during this live stream, what I want to do is encourage your questions and comments. Obviously, super chats are strongly, highly appreciated, but they're not required. So any barbecue questions you may have, whether that's electric smoker, traditional charcoal, maybe marinade questions, whatever food related questions you may have, feel free to ask. And that goes on to say that anything is fair game. I mean, obviously keep the comments and questions appropriate for all age groups. That's something that I've always done with this channel, is kept the content clean for everyone. And with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and just do all this live. I've got my chicken wingettes and drumettes. They're in there. They're marinated. They've been marinating in the fridge for a few hours. Now I'm going to set up my electric smoker step by step while I watch y'all, while I monitor y'all's comments. So comment. This is live. I have the opportunity to respond in real time. I need to link my smoker. I just realized that. I need to add a link to the smoker here. Let's see. Well, you can check out my electric smoker video playlist, and you'll be able to find the smoker like I use and all the accessories. But setup's pretty easy. I've just got this cover on it. I've got a very strong magnet to better prevent the wind from blowing it off. And there's my electric smoker. And let's see, so we got here, got the drip pan, and this is going to go on the back, any juices that are coming out while it's smoking. Then I've got my power cord. If your outdoor GFCI outlet is quite a ways from your smoker, you're going to need an extension cord. So I'm going to go get my extension cord. So I got my box of hickory chips. I'm going to use hickory today. For chicken, mesquite would also be good. So would applewood, cherry, oak. You decide. I like hickory is a very versatile. Hickory has a very versatile flavor profile. So everything from chicken to pork to steak to burgers, fish, hickory is going to do well with all of those. So I'm just doing hickory today. I'm not going to plug this in yet, but I'm going to go ahead and stage the power cord so it's close to the outlet. So as always, I kept this covered. It was thoroughly cleaned after the last smoke. But even with that being the case, since I store it outside covered, always inspect. You don't want any sort of rodent surprise or insect surprise, or maybe a snake or a raccoon or something got in here. You never know. So give it a thorough inspection. Looks good. First thing I would do is remove the wood chip tray. Now, as I smoke, I'll reload using the side thing, or for a longer duration smoke, I've got the slow smoker attachment that I put on, and don't have to add additional wood chips every half hour or so. But with this, I fill this up. Chicken wings don't take terribly too long to smoke. My target temperature, what I like about 190 degrees internal. So I'm going to smoke at 225 and you know, maybe a few hours for those chicken wings to get there. But I'm loading up my chip tray with the initial load of hickory chips. Now, obviously, after your smoker's going, you can't pull this out because it's going to be hot. But for the initial load of hickory chips, you just load this tray up. I'm just going to load it all the way. So there's my hickory chips right there. I'll put these in here. Bam. The next thing I'm going to do is get my water pan. This looks kind of funny because it's hickory smoke. I mean, things that smoke in here, this develops a color over time. But I'm going to fill this up. You can put chopped garlic in here to enhance aromatics, or you can just put water. Today, I'm just going to put water because as my chicken wingettes and drumettes smoke, I'm going to spritz them periodically with 100% apple juice. So we're going to put water in the water pan. I'll be right back. So now my water pan and hickory's in there. Now, depending upon how many things you're smoking, now I'm smoking a lot of wingettes and drumettes, so I'm going to need more than one rack. If I'm doing one pork butt, I usually just use the one rack, but I'm going to need at least 2 racks. But what I'll do is take one of these racks out because I know I'm not going to use it. No reason to have to clean an additional rack if it's not used. So actually, I'm going to take 2 out because I know that this is going to fit. I got my 2 racks in the smoker. I'm taking 2 out because I'm not going to use them. Now what we're going to do is close the smoker and we're going to plug it in. Now to start it out, I'm going to start it out at 250 degrees Fahrenheit, and that's just to get the wood chips going really good. And then I'm going to reduce to about 225 Fahrenheit. Some people smoke wingettes and drumettes at a higher temp. That's perfectly acceptable. I'm smoking mine at 225, but like I said, I'm starting out at 250. And actually, I just remembered I've got chicken legs also, so I'm going to need this additional rack. So now I've got 3 racks. I've got one directly over the water pan, then one here and one here. I've got room for another one, but like I said, I don't have enough meat today to justify using that 4th rack. The capacity of this smoker is incredible, and you can subscribe and check out my Master Built Electric Smoker video playlist. You can find it and all of the accessories. Today, to monitor the temp, I'm just going to use a wired temperature probe. And I'll add the links to all of this equipment after this live stream. So, you know, be patient. Don't worry. Don't worry. I'll put those links there for you. And thanks in advance for shopping my links if you choose to do so. So I'm going to use probe number 3. This is green. That's indicated by green. So within the app. Oh, there comes some huge helicopters, man. Those are Blackhawks. Can you hear them? zoom in on them. Actually, I don't think those are Blackhawks. I think those may be Apaches, AH-64A. Huh. Yeah, I think those are AH-64A Apaches. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow. Things getting real down here at the Appalachian Ocean. Okay, let's continue the smoke here. Wow, didn't expect that. So you never know what you're going to get on the live stream here. We had a ton of AH-64 Alpha Apaches. Those are some really cool helicopters. Very cool. So let's see here. So back to what we're doing with the smoking. So we got our smoker heating up to 250. Got distracted by the AH-64A Apaches, which is to be expected. That was not planned. I did not coordinate a flyover, although if I had, that would have been cool. So we've got this right here. This will be our meat probe. I can add an additional probe to this and have a meat probe for, well, why not? I'm gonna do one in the wingettes and then the other in the chicken legs, because chicken legs are bigger. So pretty much, if you've got everything of similar size on the same level within your smoker, it's safe to say that the internal meat temp is probably going to be pretty much the same for all that meat. But since I'm doing multiple levels, and then I'm also doing some chicken legs that are bigger pieces, I'm going to have 2 meat probes. So the purple is going to go in the chicken legs, and then the green is going to go in the chicken wingettes and drumettes. What we're doing now is just monitoring for this to come up to temp. There'll be visible hickory smoke that'll start to be emitted out of the little thingamajiggy. So we're just waiting for that. Let's see. I do have a wireless option too. Check out, subscribe, check out my Chef IrixGuy's cooking videos playlist. This is my wired meat probes. The probes are wired to it. This piece is still wireless and communicates with my smartphone, so I can walk around the premises and monitor my internal meat temp. And then also, if I want to add another one, why not? I'm going to put in an ambient probe. I can monitor the ambient temp as well. I'm not going to mess with the ambient temp today. Thing is, this smoker is so predictable that I know exactly how to set it, and I don't have to question if the ambient is not perfect. But if you're newer to smoking, or not newer to smoking, but newer to the smoking equipment that you're using, you probably want to learn it before you just assume that the ambient on the built-in thermometer is a 1-for-1 with the actual ambient temperature, because you'll find with a lot of smokers there is a slight variation. And with this one, depending upon the layer, but depending upon the level where I put the meat that I'm smoking, there will be a slight temperature difference among those different levels. And the integrated ambient probe that's inside the Masterbuilt, it's only at a certain level. So if you're smoking at a different level, you're, in my case, the external ambient temperature that I use, not built into the Masterbuilt, it may not be a 1-to-1 relationship. So I've smoked in this thing probably 100 or so times now, so I know how it behaves. And I know that when I put that to 250, those wood chips should start going. Then I'll reduce the temp and put in my meat. And you could smoke chicken at around 250 degrees Fahrenheit. It's just a matter of your style. My style is my style, and I respect your style. You probably respect mine too. So that's all good. But we're just going to do it the way I like to do it, and that's get this smoke rolling here, and then we're going to put in the meat. But I don't like to put the meat in until I get everything up to temp. We've got Sam. No way, random suggestion, YouTube suggestion this live stream. I remember watching you years ago reviewing a DJI Phantom 3. Oh, awesome. Welcome aboard, Sam. Welcome back. Yep, I do a lot with drones. And man, Sam, speaking of that, what do you think about drones nowadays? What do you think about this drone ID stuff and all of the proposed, I don't know, I shouldn't say proposed, or probably regulations that are probably about to hit at an somewhat international level? I mean, what are your thoughts about drones? I mean, are you worried about it, or you think it's a good thing? I mean, I personally think it's really going to encourage people to go with the smaller and lighter drones, like the DJI Mini series, and that is something I'm looking forward to. Is the new DJI Mini 4 Pro? I think that's going to be a really cool drone, because in a lot of countries, and check with your local government, but in a lot of countries, drones that are below a certain weight, they may, again, check with your local government, they may not be as heavily restricted as some of the heavier and larger drones. So, just something to be aware of there, man. Yeah, Sam, good to have you, man. Good to have you. I remember you. I remember all my viewers. Yep, good to have you here on the live stream. Good to have all y'all. Got a lot of people tuning in. Sam's the only person that's commented so far. That's got a quiet crowd. Nothing wrong with that. Sit out here and chill and watch me grill and smoke. This is the obviously the electric smoker, but I am going to be doing some grilling also. I'm going to be grilling salmon. I'm going to be grilling steaks, ribeyes, and obviously in the smoker, as I mentioned, what I'm preparing right now in the electric smoker, the chicken wingettes, the chicken drumettes, and then also larger chicken legs. So we're going to have across the board. So let's see here. I can smell the smoke. It's starting to get going here. It is about to be going. I'm going to go in and get the chicken, man. Winner, the chicken dinner. I'll be right back. Y'all post some comments. a chicken dinner. Sam says the last one I had was DJI Mavic Mini. It was just under weight limit, but I registered anyway. Started radio control flying when I was much younger with planes. They always needed insurance. You know, I never got into the RC plane or helicopter. I wanted to, but I was too afraid of it because I knew that if it crashed, it would be expensive, and I just didn't want to risk it. It's probably a poor excuse, but that's the reason why I never got into RC. I did have an RC boat, just a little cheap one. It was pretty fun until it broke. Okay, so I got chicken legs. Those are seasoned up. I'm going to post my how to prepare your chicken for the smoker, those 3, and then these other ones are just naked with a little bit of olive oil and salt and pepper. So we're going to put these on the, now see that smoke's coming out. We put these on the bottom rack, right over the water pan. So those are over there. And then these top 2 racks, we're going to do wingettes and drumettes. So I've got my wingettes and drumettes, and I will be posting after this live stream how I prep these. But look at this, man. The sunlight's challenging today. But there they are, wingettes and drumettes, seasoned and ready for the smoker. Got those suckers in there. Like I said, purple probe is going to go in the chicken legs that are bigger. So purple probe in chicken leg, and then my green probe is going to go into one of my drumettes. We'll turn on our probe, and then I'll open my app so I can monitor from afar. There we go. Now we're going to reduce that temp in a minute. It kind of cooled off a little bit when I opened the smoker door. But ultimately, I'm going to want to smoke around 225 Fahrenheit. Now, my target temperature for the chicken wingettes, the drumettes, and the chicken legs is around 190 degrees Fahrenheit. Some people say 175. I like them more around 190 because it breaks down a lot of, in chicken. Well, number one, you got to eat chicken well done. But number two, if you don't cook it correctly, the tenderness and all of that's going to be affected. One of the value adds of smoking chicken like this is that not only do you get the exceptional wood smoked flavor, in today's case hickory, but you just get that exceptional tenderness that you don't get when you cook chicken using other methods. Now, baked chicken can be pretty good, but it just doesn't have the flavor profile that this slow smoked chicken is going to have. So I'm going to put all this stuff in the dishwasher. I'll be right back, man. So I'm back again. I've got my squirt bottle right here. Now that's just water, but I'm going to put 100% apple juice in here because part of the process that I use for smoking chicken wingettes and drumettes, chicken legs, and a variety of everything. See, now you can see that smoke, man. That's starting to really roll hard, man. But I'm going to replace this with 100% apple juice. Spritzing these with apple juice every 30 minutes or so, it helps to enhance the flavor. It helps to enhance the coloration and just the overall finished product. I mean, you don't have to spritz your wings with 100% apple juice, but I would highly encourage you to try it. We're not going to do it yet. I'm going to let the initial. I'm going to let these go at 250 just for a few minutes. Then I'm going to reduce to 225. But I want to get everything on there before I start spritzing it with with apple juice, because it could, even though it's a gentle spritz, it could knock some of that barbecue seasoning off. And like I said, the rub that I use, I've got a separate video that I'll be posting after this live stream, show you step by step the rub that I use for these chicken wingettes and drumettes, and also chicken legs. Very simple, very affordable, and it's very important to use that method, because you got to remember too that when you're smoking stuff, if you don't, it's part of the marinating process. If you don't use things like I do, and I'll explain it within that video, like olive oil, then while this smokes, when you get ready to take your chicken out of the smoker in a few hours, some of it could stick to the grate. So that's why the olive oil is important. Olive oil is not only functioning as a binder, but a binder for the barbecue seasoning, but olive oil is also helping to better prevent the chicken while it smokes from sticking to the grates. So I'm going to go load this puppy up with 100% apple juice. And notice I said 100% apple juice. Don't go to the store and be like, man, this apple juice is $1 cheaper. No. It needs to be 100% apple juice. And what you need to get is, it doesn't matter which brand. You can get any brand of apple juice you want, but check the ingredients and make sure it's 100% apple juice. Also, if you wanted to, in the water pan, you could chop up some apples and put them in your water pan. And that helps with it. That further assists with the aromatics. Chopped up apples, chopped up garlic clove, or you can just do just water like I did. It's going to be perfectly exceptional. So I'm going to go get 100% apple juice and fill this sucker up.
What? What is Steve doing?
Okay, I'm back. Got 100% apple juice. This is super important. So we got 100% apple juice here. And let's see. I'm going to reduce that temp. We got good smoke rolling at 250. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's rolling. So we got that rolling. That's good. You can even see the smoke in the live stream. See, look at all that smoke. Man, he's going to be good. And that's the thing with wingettes and drumettes, man. You want to really penetrate them with that smoke flavor. Like I said, here in a little bit, this 100% apple juice. I'm going to spritz them and then spritz them periodically. My degree of doneness is, like I said, 190 degrees Fahrenheit. A lot of people have different opinions. I like a firmer texture, even though it's smoked. I think safe to eat is 175 or so, and I don't. That's something you may not be familiar with. Safe to eat does not mean pleasurable to eat. Just because something's safe to eat, especially in the case of chicken, you want to have that good texture. So me doing these at 175 is just not something I would want to do. Let's see. Let me check my probes because I've got my app right here to monitor. Purple or the chicken legs. So purple or the chicken legs. And let's see. If you go right there, you're good. Yeah, so purple's the chicken legs, which is on probe number 4. And then let's see. There we go. So I've got my target set. And actually, I just said chicken wings for both of them because whether it's a leg or a wing, I'm using the same degree of doneness. So 190 degrees is my target. As you can see here, let's see. I'll put this up to the camera so you can see it. .72 degrees and 84 degrees. So my ones that are closer to the heat source in the bottom, they're at 85 degrees. My ones at the top are at 73. So this is going to take a while to smoke, and that's what I want. I'm not here to rush the process, but it's super convenient being able to see the internal temp as well as the ambient. I didn't put in ambient probe because I know my smoker, but to be able to monitor that from the device that's down there, and then also from the app that I have paired to it with Bluetooth. So this is super convenient. And now it's just, a waiting game, man. I got stuff I got to do, bro. Like this live stream, we need to ask me some barbecue questions, chat about drones, chat about whatever. I mean, I'm here to have a good time and share any knowledge that I may be able to share. Figured might as well fire up a live stream. Why not? So I'm going to spritz these, let them go for a few more minutes here, and then I'll do the first spritz and just let them do their thing, because you can't rush smoked food. Even if it's tiny little pieces of meat like chicken wingettes and drumettes, you can't rush it. You could rush it, but if you rush it, you're just wasting your time because you're not going to have a desirable finished product. But this is going to be good. And, like I said, with electric smoking, and if you subscribe to my channel, if you've checked out my other electric smoking videos, electric smoking is a unique animal. Most anybody can put charcoal in a grill and grill something. Grilling is very, very simple. You can look at the meat, you can look at the vegetables, you can develop a reasonable expectation for how it's going to taste, even without using a meat thermometer for grilling. Smoking is completely different. Smoking is a science. You can't let emotion become involved with electric smoking. And that's why you notice my smoker does not have a window. I don't want anything teasing me. I mean, this is a science. I know what the perfect temperature, internal temp is going to be when it's done. From my personal opinion, it's 109 degrees Fahrenheit. So 109 degrees Fahrenheit is what I'm shooting for. I'm not going to rush it. I'm going to monitor the smoke. If that stream of smoke that you see right there starts to die down, I'll put more hickory chips in. It's a patient process. Smoking is not something that can be rushed. And stick to the numbers. You know, monitor your internal meat temp, and when it hits your desired degree of doneness, that's when it's done. It's not done before, it's not done afterwards, because if you wait too long, you're going to dry that meat out. You don't want that. You want smoked meat to be flavorful, moist, perfectly cooked. You don't want to mess it up. So now I'm going to do my first spritzing of 100% apple juice. This is a food safe sprayer, and I also clearly marked it barbecue only so that this wouldn't inadvertently be used for anything else. So we're going to open this up and watch this smoke, man. It's going to knock you down. Whoa. Woo-hoo. Let's see, this is going to enhance the flavor and then also the coloration. And to state the obvious, don't sit this or anything down on top of your smoker, because the top of your smoker is a little bit warm. But that's 100% apple juice. Again, spritz it periodically. It helps with coloration, helps with moisture control, helps with flavor. I mean, 100% apple juice can do so much for your smoke. So we're just going to let those wings do their thing, man. Got it down now. I'm doing 225. Gonna let them do their thing. So, God, we got a quiet crowd, man. This live stream stuff is typically more chatty during the evening hours. This is quiet. Quiet crowd. Oh well. So there we go. We got things rolling. And subscribe, stay tuned, and check out all of my electric smoking videos and my charcoal grilling videos and everything. And I'll be posting a how to marinate chicken wingettes and drumettes after this live stream. So check that out. Thanks for your viewership, and y'all have a good day.